Hello, everybody. Hello, Periscope. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, YouTube. I hope that you all are having a fantastic day. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all very much. I'm going to get set up here on my iPad so that I can see these comments. And we are going to get started. So I have already prepared my oils, and the oils that I'm using, hi Chrissy, the oils that I'm using are canola oil and some castor oil, coconut oil, mango seed butter, olive oil, and tallow. So those are the three oils that we're using. I have also added some other yummy things in here, and I'm going to add some more. I'll show you all of that in a minute because I've mixed my oils, but I haven't finished mixing everything else. I wanted to get started, and my oils need to cool down just a little bit. So let's measure out, let's see, we've got that done, that done, that done. Let's measure out some additives. So we still need to add, I'm going to bring this camera down. There we go. And this bowl is sitting on my scale so that I know exactly what I'm putting in here. So what you're going to see me adding is called sodium lactate. I get my sodium lactate from a company called Brambleberry. And sodium lactate helps harden the bar just a little bit faster so that you can unmold it a little faster. And it also assists with firming it so that it molds a little bit better, so that it's able to release from a silicone mold just a little bit better. So for this, I use sodium lactate in my recipes at generally around 3%. Generally around 3%. That's just my preference. Some people measure theirs by teaspoons or by tablespoons per pound of oils, but I go by percent. Man, it never fails. When I think I'm prepared, there's always something that I forgot to get. And this time it is a teaspoon. All right, so this is a 1/2 teaspoon. Thank you for inviting. And what am I putting in here? I am putting, the bag is upside down, but I don't want it to spill. It's kale and clay, also from Brambleberry. Hi, Total Ebony. So we're gonna put our kale and clay in here. My sister's name is Ebony. My lovely sister, her name is Ebony. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. We are making soap today, and actually we are testing a fragrance today. So we've got water and silk and milk and sodium lactate. Let's put some syrup in here. And I know that, oh, excuse my refrigerator. I am so sorry, y'all. But like I said, I always think that I've pulled everything out, and then when I go to soap, I find that I haven't. Why use syrups in soap? Syrups, sugars, period. You can even use actually just plain sugar. But syrups or sugars in soap actually help to enhance and boost your lather. So if you're ever watching a soaper here on Periscope or on YouTube, and you see them adding a honey or molasses or a syrup, not only do sugars themselves enhance your lather, they boost your bubbles, but they are also humectants. They draw moisture to the skin, and they help to lock moisture in your skin. So that's why, again, you'll see people using honeys, molasses. Yes, honeys, molasses, or maple syrup. That's why you'll see them. And I know you were probably thinking why I said all of that. Why in the world would you put maple syrup in soap? Because I get that question a lot when I'm at craft fairs and people are looking at my ingredients list. Yeah, I get that question a lot. Okay, so over here, this is just my recipe that I printed out, and I'll show this even in just a second. Oats, again, are an excellent additive in soap. They help to keep moisture in the skin. They do not assist with bringing moisture in the skin, but they do help with keeping moisture into the skin. So most of my soaps will have oats in them. Sometimes I don't use oats, but for the most part, generally I will. Okay. Let's put that over there. Put this out of the way. Okay. So we have all of our additives in there, and we're going to stick blend this in just a second. Take the temperature. This is at 96 degrees. So we're going to continue on with our colors while that's cooling down just a little bit more. I generally soap at room temperature. So since I am testing this fragrance, even though the testing is completely and 100% for my own purposes, I still want to make sure that I test the way that I normally soap. Okay, so we're going to measure out our colors. Hold on just a second. I need to plug in my phone. Okay. We don't want the phone to die. So when we use our colors, you generally mix your colors in with oil. For me, I use olive oil. I have never used these colors before, so we are definitely trying a lot of new things. But again, this soap isn't for sale. This is simply because I want to test this fragrance. This particular fragrance, I'll show you this color. I think it's really pretty. This particular fragrance has not been tested for use in soaps by the product maker. It has been tested for use in cosmetics, but not for soap. The fragrance smells fantastic, smells awesome, and the company actually listed it and said that it was not approved for soap. So I contacted the company and I asked them, is it not approved for soap, meaning it misbehaves, or is it not approved because you guys simply haven't tested it? And they said that they just hadn't tested it. So, okay, I can test it myself and just not sell it until I'm satisfied that it is okay for use in soaps. Now, another thing too, because this soap has not been tested in, this fragrance has not been tested in soap, I have no notes at all whatsoever on whether or not this fragrance discolors. It's an Oriental Sandalwood. It smells like sandalwood, but it also it's also kind of sweet, and not a kind of a watermelon or berry kind of sweet. It's a deep, rich sweetness, which makes me suspect that there's vanilla in the fragrance, which means that it's going to discolor. Now, how much it will discolor, I really genuinely don't know. And I have no way of knowing that other than to test the fragrance. So my plan is to mix everything together, divide it into 4 sections. One section is going to be this orange here that I've mixed up. The second section is going to be this nice wine color. It may look a little brown, but it's actually a very pretty wine color. So that's the second section. The third section will be white, and the fourth section will actually be uncolored. So that's our plan. All right. Let's put these out of the way. Actually, let's move this scale for now. Let's be safe. I also need to get my fragrance in here, because that's also normally a part of my process, is I add my fragrance to my oils. So let's do that now. Okay, that's what we're going to stick with. Get that sealed up. And I need to make a note of a couple of things. I didn't pour exactly how much I had intended to pour. Just a little bit less, and I didn't want to go over. And then, okay. When soaping, you need to keep meticulous notes. So if something goes wrong, you know exactly what you did and you know how to fix it. Okay, let's get our goggles on first and then our gloves on, and let's get to mixing. Goggles, gloves, safety first, safety first. Soap making is a lot of fun, but you must respect the lie. We're making a small batch. I'm gonna strain this in here because I have some additives in there. And even though all of those additives look dissolved, I just want to make sure. I want to get all of that mixture in there. All right. And let's get this to the sink. Okay. And again, y'all, I don't know what this fragrance is going to do. It hasn't been tested in soap. So please don't judge me if I get like instant soap on a stick. Oh, my temperatures. I wanted to take those and make note. Okay, so my temperatures are pretty much 97, 96. I think my lye was at about 90 the last time that I tested it. And my oils were right at about 99 the last time that I tested them. Hold on, you guys. We have a problem. Not a big detrimental problem, but we got a problem that I need to fix. While I was stick blending that, just a little bit splashed on my lip. So before it starts to burn, I'm gonna go rinse my face. Okay. Hi, this Homespun Life. Thank you for rejoining. Okay, crisis averted. Let's get back. At B Mrs., thank you for joining. All right, so our soap is still okay. What did you miss? I just added the lye, and as I was stick blending this, I got a little bit of a splash on my lip, so I just went and rinsed my face right quick, rinsed my lip and chin, and that was about it. I think I stick blended maybe just a little bit too vigorously, and I got a little bit of a splash, so I just needed to go clean it up before it began irritating, before it became irritating. Okay, so let's get these edges scraped. And again, the whole purpose of this soap here is to test this fragrance. I want to know what it does, how it behaves in soap, because the company that I bought it from had it labeled as safe. I didn't say that earlier. The company had it labeled as safe in skin and body care products. So it's safe to use in lotions and things like that. And that was what made me really curious about its use in soap, because if it's safe for use in body products, then why would it not be safe for use in soap? And when I contacted them, they said that it had just not been tested. It wasn't that it wasn't safe, it was that it just hadn't been tested for use in soap. Okay, so it's behaving beautifully. I have a nice trace. Yep, I have a nice trace. I don't see that it's really thickening up. So let's get it divided off. And I do suspect that this is going to brown just based off of the way that it smells to me. I think it's going to brown a little bit. So if when I unmold this, you see that these colors aren't the same, then that's kind of why. So we're going to divide this into 4. If I've done my math correctly. And why does that happen? Why does which part happen? Browning. Oh, so yes, I should have explained that. So some scents, some fragrances, depending on their color, will change the color of the soap itself. So like if you use an orange essential oil, the orange in orange essential oil is so strong that it will turn your soap orange. Likewise, the scent of, the scent of vanilla in a soap will turn your soap brown. And if a soap is, generally when a soap is tested, when a fragrance is tested in soap, they will list those, the scent, yes, the scent itself, yes, yep. The scent itself will change the color of your soap. And I'll show you, I'll show you an example in just a minute. So this one here in the bowl, we're gonna leave this uncolored. No, we're gonna make this one white. This is gonna be our white. We're going to add our burgundy here. I know you guys can't see that. I'm gonna bring it to you in just a minute. Add our burgundy here that we just put in there. We'll add our orange. Yesterday when I made my, not yesterday, what? No, not yesterday, the day before. When I made my soap, I talked about how if you have a soap, if you have a fragrance that is going to brown, how there are things you can do to manipulate that brown. I said that you can add titanium dioxide to it, which is what I've done here. I added some white to this. So if this browns, it'll be a little lighter. We've added our white here. This fragrance is really behaving beautifully. It's not accelerating. It's not speeding up what we call trace. This is not thickening at all whatsoever. And I'm just really stirring this and playing in here. It's behaving quite well. I can move this scale out of the way. Okay, let's do our orange first. Yeah. Now, should the soap, can you see that? Should the soap discolor again? So we were talking about, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. So the other day we were talking about how there are kind of ways you can manipulate your brown. Should your fragrance, should it discolor? And some of the things you can do is to add an orange, which will change the color of your brown. You can add a red, which will definitely warm up your brown very nicely. But you can add other colors to your soap, and even if they do brown, you still have different shades of brown versus just a brown that you can't necessarily control. And then, you know, you can add a black to it, or you can just add a specific color of brown so that you can enhance the color that is going to be. Now, not all soaps with vanilla turn brown, right? Some of them may tan. And the soap that I'm going to show you here in a minute, it had a little vanilla in it, so it just tanned the soap. It didn't really brown it, but it did do what we call discoloration. It did tan the soap. Okay, so this is our Merlot, which doesn't look very Merlot-like. It, to me, it actually looks kind of brown, and I wanted more of a redder kind of a color. Yeah, you know, it's good to know. And again, I'm really taking my time making this soap versus normally I wouldn't stir and kind of play with this batter so much, but I'm testing this fragrance. I want to know exactly what this fragrance does. And this fragrance is like, it's awesome. It's like a dream fragrance. Like, I want to contact this company and explain to them how foolish they've been for not testing this soap, not testing this fragrance out in soap. What had happened was the company, this fragrance did not sell well for them, which to me is just crazy. This fragrance smells amazing, but it didn't sell well. So what they did was they changed it so that if you're gonna buy it, you have to buy it in bulk. You have to buy it, buy 25 pounds of it. Well, I can't afford 25 pounds. I'm gonna do what's called an in the pot swirl. No, I'm not gonna do that. So it's just a little tester. So this is my little mold. Just gonna pour some in here, right in the center, because it's behaving so well. I may as well have a little fun. All right, and then great savings. Yeah, if I can share it with somebody, it'll be great. So we got white, burgundy, natural. I need to stir that. White, burgundy, natural. And orange. White. Burgundy. Natural. I'm sorry if I'm missing any comments. And orange. White. I'm saying this out loud so that I don't kind of lose my place. Burgundy. Natural. And orange. Whoa. White, burgundy, natural, and orange. what design will this process create? This design does actually have a name. Oh, it's called a faux funnel is the pour that this is actually called. It's called a faux funnel pour. White burgundy. Natural. And orange. I really cannot believe that this company never tested this fragrance in soap. Like, I expected it to behave really poorly. I expected it to give me soap on a stick. I just expected it to behave poorly. Okay, so now what do I want to do with this top? Let's keep going. White burgundy, like this pour that I'm doing it's not a difficult pour, as you can see, because it's not hard to do. It's just so rare to have a fragrance that behaves well enough to do it. White, burgundy, natural, and then orange. But then again, it hasn't cured yet. So we'll see if it overheats. But for those of you that are soapers, you can see this is just behaving amazingly. Uh-oh. I missed my target. Hey, Ernest. Thank you for sharing. Natural then orange, okay. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do with the rest of this, thank you. I think what I'm going to do with the rest of this is kind of just put the rest of this on here, on the top, and then just kind of run a chopstick or something through it. I almost want to send this video to the company and let them know how much money they missed out on by just not testing this in soap. And maybe they don't have the facilities. That's orange. It's not very much of this brown left. I mean, this burgundy left. But if it browns, it won't be burgundy anyway. Hey, maybe you can retail it to soapers. At least you'll get the discount. That's absolutely right. I had considered doing that because a lot of soapers do just that. You know, they buy things, and then there are a lot of Facebook groups out there where they do just that. They buy it in bulk, and then they sell it. Whoa! Sorry, guys. Sorry. Guess I was digging into that one a little bit too much. Okay, we're going to set that down. So we got our orange, our burgundy. Let's go for our natural. Yeah, but I have to do that definitely once I move to California and get settled in, because the shipping here to Hawaii alone would break me. It would just be ridiculous. Okay, that was our natural countdown. Yeah, we in serious countdown mode now. And our white. We are in serious countdown mode. In fact, if my husband was here, if he was not deployed, I wouldn't even be making soap. He would not have it. He would have long time ago made me pack up these products. Long time ago. That was our deal when he left. He was like, all right, after your craft fair in May, pack up everything, get all your labels, because I have to put tape over all of my labels. Where can I put this? I have to put tape over all of my labels so that they won't get oil on them and then rub off. Another soaper on one of the pages, she had just moved and some oil spilled on her labels, and the ink ran, so she couldn't identify what was what in her package. And she had just put a note and said, hey, if anybody is moving soon, you need to put tape over your labels just in case any oil spills, you'll still have the use of your labels. So I still need to do that, but I have a month, you know. I don't pack out, I don't pack out until my first pack out is, I think the 13th or so of July. Yeah, the 13th or so of July, and then my second pack out is the 20-something of July. So I got some time. I can still soap, right? But I am gonna stop soaping I am going to stop soaping. I said the middle of June, but I don't know if that's the truth. Okay, I'm going to take my goggles off. Whew. Lord, it's good. Okay, start working on some of it. Yeah, I am. I don't think I have much oil left to drop on here. So we can kind of get some droplets going on. Okay. Got some orange. Oh, I had prepared some other stuff to put on top of here. I forgot all about that stuff over there. I got burgundy everywhere. All right, now I'm gonna get a spoon and do a nice spoon swirl. I was supposed to do something else on top, but I forgot. All right. And this is still not even firm enough, even for this spoon swirl. It's not firm at all enough for this spoon swirl. So I'm gonna do something else. It's not firm enough at all for that. All right, this was like a dream fragrance. All right, looks good to me, guys. What do you think? Thank you for the hearts. Hi, Vonda. Thank you for joining. We've actually just finished our soap. And since it behaved so beautifully, I think I want to put some glitter on it. What do y'all think? Glitter or no glitter? Hi, Vonda. Thank you for joining. What do you guys think? Glitter or no glitter? Glitter? Okay, I'll go get some. I got to be careful on leaning that over. I don't want it to spill out of there. Gosh, that soaked beautifully. And with this oil, yeah, I know glitter is always a good choice. You can kind of see the wine color, the burgundy in there. Glitter is always a good choice. It's always time for glitter. But just a little bit. The scent is, hold on just a second. Okay, that's all the glitter we need. The scent is a fragrance called Oriental Sandalwood. I'll show it to you here in just a minute. Yeah, I love me some glitter. Ooh, I love glitter. No grown woman should love glitter as much as I do. Hi, Denise. Thank you for joining. Okay, so this was the fragrance. It's by Liebermuth. It makes me smile too. And it's called Oriental Sandalwood. That's the fragrance that I used. And the fragrance, Liebermuth used to sell it as a fragrance, which was how I ordered it. But they now only sell it in bulk because it wasn't a very good seller. Is it masculine? I don't think it's masculine. It, in fact, so sandalwood by itself can be masculine, but this sandalwood it smells like it's been sweetened with a little bit of vanilla. I'm gonna bring this up to you guys one more time. Yeah, that glitter is really pretty. Ooh, I love me some glitter. Yeah, it smells like good luck with the soap. Have a great day. Thank you very much for joining this Homespun Life. Thank you, Vonda. Thank you, Inez. Thank you, Denise. Thank you very much. Yes, it smells like it's been sweetened with a little bit of vanilla. And I'm going to bring this camera back up now. So, and y'all excuse my hair. I'm about to take my locks down and start them over again. They are located by my mom. Really? I might need your mom to make a trip for me. I really might need her to do that. But now that I'm saying that, my mom is out there. I might need my mom to make a trip for me. So with the yes, exactly, 2 hours away. So this fragrance, the Liebermuth carried it, and they had this sale where they were apparently trying to get rid of some fragrances. Yeah, but my mom she loves a road trip, and I ordered it just based off of the description because I wanted to kind of expand my fragrance line. I have a lot of fruits. Oh, my hair really looks crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. I have a lot of fruits. Okay, I have a lot of sweeter fragrances, but nothing really sexy or sensual. I don't have fragrances like that. So when I saw this one, and I had no idea what sandalwood smelled like, but it was just something about the way that the description was written that piqued my interest. So I ordered a pound of it, not even like 4 ounces of, well, no, the Liebermuth sells by the pound. So you can't order less than a pound. So I ordered a pound of this, and I loved it. I ordered like 5 fragrances from them, and I loved it. It's like I said, it's a rich, the rich fragrance that you get from any kind of a wood, but then it's got that vanilla added, and it really is a sensual type of a fragrance. That's why every time I talk about this, I keep saying sensual sandalwood, but it's actually called Oriental Sandalwood. And I don't know what else is in here. If Naomi were here, I would definitely have her smell it, and she could tell you everything that's in it, but my nose is not trained well enough to be able to identify what other kind of fragrances are in here. But it's fantastic. Like, I spilled a little bit, and it is similar to incense. It is similar, but more mature, like more refined, and maybe it's sweet, but not sweet like incense is. Incense is sweet, but it's kind of a everyday, used a cheap kind of vanilla to sweeten it. While this has a very nice depth to the fragrance. You definitely get that sandalwood, but just a little bit of vanilla. not a whole lot of it, just a little bit of vanilla. So I think this fragrance will be very good for men and women, but it smells amazing. I spilled some one time and I wiped it up with a napkin, and then I took that paper towel upstairs and put it in my bathroom and just left it in the bathroom to just scent my bathroom. I just left it in there because it just smells so good. I didn't want to get rid of it. And now I have to figure out a way, now that I see that I can soak with it and that I can do nice details with it. Yeah, exactly. You know, first of all, oils are expensive, so we want to make use of, you know, every drop of oil we can get. But it just smells so good. And then as you guys saw, it soaked so beautifully. I played with this soap. I stirred it quite a bit. I stirred it for forever before I poured it. And even when I poured it, it's, you know, it stayed nice and loose for me. No acceleration. I do expect it to discolor. And we'll see how much it discolors, you know, over the next few weeks. But I really think Librem was messed up by not soaping this fragrance, because if they had soaped it, it would have sold a lot better than it did. So I'm going to grab 2 soaps. I want, oh, this Homespun Life, she left already. I was going to show her what a discoloring fragrance looked like because she asked about it earlier. But for those of you that missed my earlier scope, I want to show you the soap that I unmolded earlier today. I'll get that. So I had this cute little mold. I had two molds that I used. One of them, the soap was a kind of a thicker trace by the time I poured it. So I've got a lot of air pockets. This was the first one, Love. This way, there we go. So it's got a lot of nice detail, but I had not planned to use this mold. I know, I'm so terrible. I do need to start packing these. I've had these molds a year, well over a year, and this is the second time that I've used this one. But this other one I'm gonna show you, this is the first time that I've used it. And I'm gonna wash it and then pack it up. So here is the other one. And it's just the ocean waves crashing up in the water. And I put glitter. It's kind of hard to see the glitter, but I put glitter in the mold first. Yeah, I really like this one. I put glitter in the mold first and then poured the soap. Yeah, I really like it. Now, when I poured this soap, I'm going to show you another one. When I poured this soap, I poured, in some of them, I poured too much white into the mold. So like this one, you can kind of see how I have white up here, you know, and white in here and in here. So those were kind of my lessons learned from using this mold for the first time, that I want to really make sure that I have a very specific pour in mind, you know, that I pour only, thank you, in the detailed areas. I pour the white only in the detailed areas. But, you know, for my first time using it, I love it. I really love the mold. I love the size of the bar. It's, you know, it's not a 5 ounce. In fact, I can weigh it. Let me weigh this. And see how much this weighs. It's a 4 ounce bar. This one is 4.5 ounces. So, you know, it's still a decent size bar. And then these here, I can travel with. These little ones. Yeah, me and my family, we can travel with these, because when you do a military move, you're displaced sometimes 2 and 3 months living in a hotel. So I do have to make sure that we are well stocked up. It's going to be me, my daughter, and my mother. So I need to make sure that we have enough lotions to last us, enough soaps, enough hair stuff, because again, I'm taking down my locks and I'm going to start them over again. So I need to make sure I have enough products for that. You know, just, it sucks being in a hotel for 3 months. I've done it. We did it coming here and it was not fun. So that's what I have for you guys. Can I do a lotion bar, please? I've never done a lotion bar before. Thank you for the follow. I've never done a lotion bar before, but we can certainly learn how to do it together. There are plenty of recipes out there, so we can most certainly experiment with the lotion bar together. Okay, I'll prepare a recipe because I'm done testing for Naomi, so now I'm kind of just playing around. They are easy. Yeah, that's what I hear. I hear they're easy. Yeah, that's what I hear. So yeah, we can do that. We can experiment. I'm tapping my foot. We can definitely experiment with the lotion bar together. I just haven't either. Being here in Hawaii where it's so super warm, for some reason I just didn't think it was necessary. But now that I'm trying to establish, thank you for the hearts. Thank you very much for the hearts. But now that I'm trying to establish an online presence, I kind of have to think more out of the box than that. So that's what it is. Hey guys, I just looked over at the time. It is 4:53. I'm tired typing any old thing. Oh, it is 4:53. I know it's late for you guys. It's afternoon for me, but you know 4:53 means it's time for me to go get my daughter. So I'm gonna sign off. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for sticking with me. This was a longer video, but I really appreciate all the likes, the hearts, the shares, you know, all of that good stuff. I really appreciate it. So I will check you all out next time, and you have a great night, a great evening, or a great afternoon. Bye. You're very welcome, Inez. Bye, you guys.